Hey, double Gameweek 22 has been announced! Yes! Let's see what it looks like. Ooh.
Hey, where's the freaking gabagoo?
Well, this double game week isn't quite as big as Hazard's blunder, is it? But it's still a double game week where, hey, with the first team doubling this week being the Buzzing Bees Brentford. They will play Liverpool away and Man United at home, so actually a proper tough cookie double for them. But Liverpool will be without Salah and Mane, yeah. And Ronaldo FC haven't quite been doing all the soos lately, are they? No, not doing well at all. So maybe Brentford could actually get something out of this. But realistically, even though they have a double, it's probably actually more worth it going for a single game week player with a better fixture than these two right here. Like, yeah, it could just end up proper wibbly wobbly for them. Their defenders could actually get minus points here. I don't want any of that. After the double though, they will then play Wolves at home and then Man City away. Yeah, if I wasn't flattered enough from their double fixtures, I am now. A definite avoid for me, not good long term. As you got to remember, it's not just about the double, it's about having those players later on after that as well. Options to consider from them then? No one. Seriously, don't waste your time, don't waste any of it, and it's just a massive no. In before Tony's hat-trick. There we are then. The next Dublin team to brighten up your day. It's Brighton. Ooh. They will first have a battle of the birds here with the Eagles versus the Seagulls. Palace at home first, then they will play the mighty Chelsea at home. So they are actually one of only two teams here to have a pair of home double games. What? But unfortunately, they aren't the best of fixtures at all, are they? No. But then again, Brighton, on their day, could proper slap the Palace, you know? And then could get a little something out to Chelsea. Especially saying bloody Kepa is going to be in goals. Triple Captain Trossard it is! But nah, maybe a proper punt could be punted right here. Maybe a Brighton player could do the bits. After the double, though, they will then play the Leicester away and then blank. Oh. Yeah, that's not good. So maybe you should actually blank your thoughts out about getting a Brighton player right now, unless you're willing to keep them on your bench for a few weeks, which maybe you could do with one of their cheap defenders. Yeah, fair play. Options to consider from them then include a Robert Sanchez in goals if you're looking to do a benchy boosty, as he is one of the cheapest doubling goal geezers, plus could actually get a clean sheet, you know. A long head Cucurella could also be very good, who's actually more attacking than half of Brighton's attackers sometimes, and he's a defender, and he's just an absolute baller. Fair play. And then maybe even a Duffy, if he's looking likely to play, could be a very good one to go for his price. But to be honest, I wouldn't really twist your nips over that one. Don't be taking a hit to get in the likes of Duffy and that. No. The next Dublin team looking for double trouble then is Brexit Burnley.
Hi guys, it's Sean Dyche here. My team have a double, hey!
But Burnley, just look at that, oh crumbs. Where their most popular FPL asset is Joshua Brownhill, and only because he's on all of our benches. And he's only 2% owned. That just shows you how absolute wibbly wobbly they have been this year. Wow. But their doublers aren't actually too bad, with a dodgy Leicester at home first and then a relegation scrap versus the Watford. But then you realise the only player that's actually good enough from the Burnley team for your FPL team is Cornet. And he's gone to AFCON. There we are then. Their fixtures after this are also quite damn wonky donkey, playing Arsenal, Man United and Liverpool straight after that. No thank you. So, yeah, I'm not even going to waste any energy discussing any options from them. If you are actually considering a Burnley player right now, you are actually the cheekiest scrub in the world. Get in the bin. Chelsea are the next team to double. Where the mighty Blues have been playing pretty damn spantastically good lately, haven't they? But now they will play the Man City away. Ooh, ouch. And then also Brighton away. Now, the problem with Chelsea is that they could actually smash both of these teams and do pretty damn well on their day, you know? They could also play out of this world and get nothing out of these games, and they could actually play terrible and still manage to get all the FPL points. So it's just like, what's going on? So for me, they're actually a stick if you've already got Chelsea players, keep them in. But I wouldn't really go out my way to go and buy more. No. Especially considering next they will play Spurs at home, which, you know, they could get something. But then they'll have two blanks as they'll be playing in the Club World Cup if that actually goes on. So Chelsea defenders, ew, no thank you. So options to consider. Like I said, you probably shouldn't go out and splash the cash on these because they're not good after this. But maybe if you're on a free hit or something, maybe someone like an Alonso or Mount could be one to mount on this week. Fair play. Woof. Whoa, what's that? It's the Barking Foxes next way, with them being the next team to double. They play Burnley away and Spurs at home. So if they perform, they could actually get all the points for us in FPL. Problem is, though, you don't know if they're going to be prime Real Madrid or prime Norwich on the day, like, what? But for the simple fact that they play in Burnley and then have a home game after that, they could actually be well worth it for a cheeky boy punt. And after that, they will then play Brighton and Liverpool away. Not the easiest, but they did just beat Liverpool, and they could beat Brighton, you know what I'm saying? But overall, their fixtures long-term aren't really the best. Options to consider from them, though, could actually be quite a few, you know? As someone like a cheap Luke Thomas could actually play for you and then sit on your bench after, because right now he is only 4.3 million. Jamie Maddison has also been doing all of the bits lately, but he has got a little bit of an knock, so we need to wait to see if he's alright. And then Jose Perez, yeah, remember him, might actually have to play up front for Leicester because all of their strikers are currently out. Now, does that mean you shouldn't go for the Leicester, or does that mean you should go for the Perez? FPL Mind says Perez is best asset in the game, go get him now. But realistically, they're probably going to be a bit crap. There we are then. Oh wait, is it feeling quite hot in here? Or has the devil just arrived? What? That's right, it's the Red Devils next. Where Man United's double right here will involve all of the pain, if you're a Man United fan, because right now, what are they doing? Just a massive, I like it. But their double right here does see them play Villa and Brentford both away. So on paper, look pretty okay games, you know. But I honestly wouldn't be too surprised if they struggled in both of them right now, because they're just not really doing it, are they? But to be honest, they haven't really been struggling conceding goals, so maybe their defenders are one to go for. But then again, they do have Ronaldo, so yeah, they could score at any moment, so maybe they are good here. After the double though, they do play a West Ham and then a Burnley, so you know, okay fixtures after that. But then after that, their fixtures actually get even better, playing the likes of Watford and all that as well. Lovely. So actually, for the team that they are, the players that they have, and the fact that they could turn it around in any game, you know, they are actually probably the best double game week team on paper right now, especially saying their long-term fixtures are good enough to keep as well. So I definitely do think you should at least try and at least convince yourself to try and get one or two if you haven't already. But who should you get in? To be honest, I'm going to Scooby, because realistically, Ronaldo is the obvious pick, but he is quite expensive. If you haven't got him already, then I probably wouldn't force myself to get him. The rest of the attackers are actually being rotated more than mathematicians right now. You don't know who's going to start. And then even Phil Jones is having to step into defence for them. To be fair, he did actually play very well. But that just shows you there might not be anyone to rely on right now. But I do still think it's a good idea to get one or two in there. Right now, I have De Gea and Ronaldo. Best duo, in my opinion. Next, and the penultimate Dublin team, it's the bottom end Conte Spursy, where they will have the North London derby at home first, and then play the Leicester away after that. Two pretty damn tough cookie games, if you ask me, but under Conte, they could get all of the big boy points, right? It's just what he does. Are also not really nipple teasing at all, to be honest, playing Chelsea away, but then Southampton at home, so you know, a bit of a mixed bag. But their assets are actually going to be pretty damn popular, with the likes of Son and Reguilon being high owned, I'd say. But also some others, like an Emerson or a Harold Kane, could also still get all the points and still be decently owned as well. So personally, I think it's a 50-50 whether you need Spursy players or not, you know? As they don't actually have the best double, they don't have the best fixtures long term, they do have a manager that means they could get anything out of any game, but it's just not really predictable. So to be honest, I think one, maybe two is enough, unless you're free it, then yeah, why not just go triple? But for me, it's got to be the Sunny Boy to go for. But next, and the final team here. Wait, what? The final team? What? No, Watford. Okay, fair enough. It's the Hornets, who will really be looking to sting you, playing the Newcastle and Burnley both away. Two proper relegation scraps for them, which could be very intense battles, because if they win them both, yay. If they lose them both, championship it is. No, honestly, this is like proper make or break for all the teams right now. They do also play Norwich next game week in Gameweek 23, so that actually makes them one of the best Dublin teams to target right here, as they have one of the best double game weeks this week, arguably the best fixture next week, and also they're cheap enough to keep on your bench long term if you can't get them out straight away as well. Amazing! So those kind of players you might want to get from the Watford could include a backman in goals if you want a bench boost, as right now he is only 4.3 million, easy enough to keep in your bench after that. But also, they haven't kept a single clean sheet this season. Should you really be making a transfer to get one of their goalkeepers in? It's a double game week, nothing counts. Go on, get him anyway. All of their defenders are actually 4.4 or less, but again, that's probably going to be minus points, so maybe ignore that. Sissoko is actually only 4.4 million right now, so could be a great bench midfielder if you want to thin out your squad a little bit. And also Dennis and King up front are very, very good, who could actually be captain worthy. Like, I'm not even pranking you. They could. So yeah, get at least one of them in if you haven't already. Maybe even two if you can. But that is actually all for the Dublin teams. But the next question. What chips should we use? Well, hey, all of the chips could be played here. Where some people like myself still actually have 2 free hits. We all have been given our second wildcard yet, and I hope none of you have actually used that yet. And we also have the bench boost and triple captain if you also haven't used that as well. So right now, I would actually say a gigantic no to the triple captain. Please don't slap that triple captain button, as there isn't actually any great doubles right here, and the likes of Liverpool and more importantly Salah will actually have potentially very juicy doubles upcoming. Definitely will have some doubles, and they could be very saucy. So I would say leave your triple captain for someone like that, because do you really want to get to the end of the season and be like, Why did I triple captain Josh King? And then they ended up getting relegated and he scored like 4 points. There we are then. The wildcard does also seem a bit of a waste right here, because you probably are going to want the likes of like a Salah, maybe even more Arsenal or Chelsea players later on down the road. And also, this season is so unpredictable. It's so hard to plan right now. You could have the perfect plan for right now, and then in 3-4 weeks, there's loads more postponements, there's loads more change, and you're like, I wish I kept my wild card. Yeah, probably not the best ideas for me. A free hit could also potentially work out rather well, but if you've already got around 4 or 5 double players, to be honest, I think that is actually enough this week. As some of the singlers, like a Liverpool or West Ham players, could still do all of the bits, and we all already have those players. And looking at the double fixtures, they're not actually too amazing, are they? So, is it worth it? I'm not too sure. And then a bench boost would actually be my suggestion if you have a girthy enough squad. If you have like 3 or 4 doubts, I wouldn't say take all the hits just to bench boost. Only bench boost if you pretty much can already. But I myself like to get the bench boost out of the way, because later on, especially if you've got your 2 free hits still there, then you can use those free hits in other double game weeks and just get the bench boost out of the way. You could get all the points right now, and that could be amazing stuff. And that is exactly what Bacon Boy is probably going to do as well. But the answer to what chip you should use, or if you should use a chip, all depends on your squad right there. Get your magnifying glass out, look at your squad, have a proper analysis of it and be like, yeah, you know what? Bench boost it is. Or no, nah, this team's proper in the mud. Free hit it is. And also, just you decide what you want to do. Don't always listen to it. Remember, this is a game. You can play it however you want. It might be best to bench boost, but if you don't want to, if you want to play free hit, then go do that. Yeah, exactly. But my biggest suggestion is just wait. Don't make any decisions right now, because we are still over a week till the actual FPL deadline. So, yeah, please wait, and then we'll decide later on close to the deadline. Lovely. But that is actually going to be it for today. Thanks for watching, and also, remember...
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.